This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of The Sinking City. In the last episode, we finally encountered the man who killed Vanderberg, but found out he had been forced to do it because his family would capture his wife had her hand mutilated, while the boy was just left fine. Or was he the one with the mutilated hand? No, it was her because of the ring finger. And we encountered the man who had captured him, who was the buddy who'd saved us, Donahan or whatever his name was, but we killed him because we felt it was important to save the family and to, make sure that we weren't convicted. So, oh well. We've had to do a lot of nasty things just trying to save ourselves jail time, but I think it was worth it. I hope.
Oh, thank you, mister. I thought they'd kill us. I don't know how we can ever repay you. Who are you? You look...
I'm a private eye. Your father's worried about you two.
Father? Is he okay? Did you see him?
He's fine, but this isn't over yet. Do you have somewhere you could hide out for a while?
Yeah, sure. We'll stay at Aunt Peg's. What's going on?
Your father and I have a matter we need to deal with together. He'll explain everything when he can.
Okay. Please, mister. Take care of him. He's a good man.
I'll try. I've got to go.
Yeah, well, hopefully we did the right thing. I wonder, she probably doesn't have anything to say, but we'll talk to her anyway. All evidence isn't collected? What the hell, man?
Have you come to save us?
Oh, yep, there's her hand with the bandage on it, so yeah, she got her hand chopped, or got her finger chopped off.
Thank you for saving us, sir.
Damn, dude. Well, now I don't feel so bad for killing those guys. They mutilated her, man. And for what? Haha, you're all dead. Douchebags. Alright. I'm just saying, because it didn't say all evidence collected, it just said all key evidence.
What the hell? Everything I've faced since coming to this city is on this map.
Yeah, someone's been like, oh, there we go. Someone's been like really really paying attention to what I've been doing and why, for what reason. I mean, most people who knew I was chosen are dead, except for no, I think everyone who knew chosen or anything that was important like that are pretty much dead. Vanderberg, Blackwood, I mean, who else could it be? Well, let's look at the case. Any new clues? Okay. All right, what do we got? No, we know about that. I must return to Glen. Okay, let's go back there. And I left that on the map, didn't I? His location. Okay, we just have to return to the. Have to return to that one spot. I'm glad I left it on the map this time instead of deleting it like I did in that last.
Cheaper than the rest.
Was it the last section or chapter or whatever you want to call it? Yeah, I wanted to do that again. But luckily, I think it still marks as important, so that way you're aware that maybe you need to that way when you look it up and you're like, oh man, delete it. Where do I need to go? And it's like, well, it's still a somewhat highlighted item, which means it's still an important place to look at or whatever. Because I notice they'll still have yellow question marks on them if they're still somewhat relevant. If they're not relevant anymore, like you've already scoured all the clues or whatever, then it'll disappear or whatever. So let's go back over there. All right, gotta convince that guy to. Although now that I know, but now that we can tell that one dude to just look the other way instead of someone else, we don't really have to tell that guy to turn himself in if we don't want to. Now let's talk to him and see what happens next. Maybe we'll figure something out. I mean, he still killed the man, so. Oh, baby, just kill the man. Put a bullet in his head. Pull the trigger. Now he's dead, or something like that. Mama, I've got to go. I don't know. I haven't heard that song in forever either. You think I'd be more familiar with it because I've watched when I was younger. I used to watch Wayne's World quite a bit. I mean, not back to back, but it was one of those movies I'd watch quite regularly. Back in the 80s, 90s, that type of thing. But yeah, if you put me on the spot, I'll be pretty bad about remembering that type of stuff. Where is it again? It was just. Was it like right? Okay, it's right here. That's right. That's right, buddy. All right, saved your family. Better be grateful. We told them to go to their aunt's That's usually what happens when you usually have an argument with the family. They're like, we're going to go to our aunt's place. I saved family.
Your family is safe now.
Yes, thank you so much. My sister-in-law just called to say Evelyn and Michael got there safely. I owe you everything. What happens now? Should I turn myself in?
First things first. You need to write a confession. It's your word against the witness.
Okay, I'll take it over to the police station immediately.
No, just give it to me. And the murder weapon. You still have it, right?
Yes, sir. Here's everything.
Good man. I'll go clear things up. I suggest you make the most of your time before the coppers come knocking.
Bye.
I'll get going.
Alright, I think we've got everything we need to put together a full thing. Wait, why did it highlight Pierce's basement? Like, it put a clue as in Pierce's basement there. That's weird. Okay. Let's look at the casebook. The murder weapon, the gun that killed Johannes Vanderberg, a Bolt Model D. I can use it to free myself from charges if I present it to the carpenter's taskmaster as evidence of someone else's guilt. Signed confession. I, Glenn Goran Byers, current resident of Oakmont, Massachusetts, confess to the murder of Johannes Vanderberg and voluntarily surrender myself to the hands of the Oakmont police. I accept any due punishment, though I can only hope for your understanding and mercy in light of my circumstances. Usually a murder is just straight up killing anyway, even if you turn yourself in. Well, I guess it depends on where you go. Killer's blackmailed. The gun, maybe? Nope. Out of danger? Words pay the debt. Now that Byers doesn't have to worry about his wife and son, he will confess that he killed Vanderberg. And then, no alibi in the gun. Byers' gun was the murder weapon, directly implicated in the crime. Malice. Whoever is found with this gun will be implicated in the murder. It could be planted to frame someone else. Well, how would I do that? Let's see what it says here. Oops. Frame Milton Pierce. Milton Pierce tried to frame me, so I'm returning the favor. If I plant the gun amongst his bloody clothes and take a picture, Mr. Carpenter should consider it sufficient evidence against it. Ooh, how deliciously naughty. What is this one? Let's see. Is it this one? Okay. If this one, we can turn Byers into the police. Yes, Glenn Byers was faced with a possible dilemma, but he made his choice. He murdered Johannes and ought to face the consequences. I can take his gun to Mr. Carpenter as evidence, and Milton Pierce will change his testimony to absolve me. Oh, what's this one? Frank's confession. I can make Byers voluntarily confess. Plus, if I bring Carpenter's guilty plea, it may lessen his punishment. I can use the letter I found at Billy Rundon's hideout to prove that Pierce's testimony against me is false. Oh, Frank's confession. Well, we've got that. We've got that. Or we've got all-around jerk. Or no, is that? Oh, you can't do it if you have a judgment or whatever, right? Yeah, because that turns that makes that. Okay. And if you turn malice, let's see how it works. You can still get frank confession there. And then if we choose all around jerk, we can go. You know, I mean, I'm just throwing this out here. You know, a man has me kill his thing, and then I realize in the thing in the grand scheme of things, I think we're just gonna do things a little bit differently. You know, I know I have all the evidence and everything, but you know, just something's screaming out to me that I need to do this. I need to make Oakmont great again, if you know what I mean. Alright, where's Pierce's house again? Was it over here? No, that's Agatha Pierce's. Where was his? I didn't delete that, did I? Is it over here? Okay. So let's go to Advent North. Because I think it said something I had to go back to. I was wondering why it said like a little clue when it said Pierce's basement. I was like, huh. I mean, we know why he did it because of the note that they told him to tell them it was us, or Pierce was supposed to tell him it was us instead because of that letter that Bannon or whatever his name is did it. But you're the one who decided to fall with it, dude. So let's Let's go ahead and make justice. Wait, what's this? Militia headquarters, huh? Oh, nothing. Okay, I thought that was maybe a character I could talk to. He looks like an old-fashioned Boy Scout, actually. I wonder if that actually might be the... Oh, no. But yeah, old-fashioned Boy Scouts used to wear outfits like that. Like with that specific hat and everything like that. But they haven't worn stuff like that in forever. At least as far as I'm aware of. Then again, I haven't been to the Scouts in like... God, has it been 20 years since I've been a Scout? Damn. That's what we call old school, man. Or old long ago. Man. And I think it was quite a few years ago that my Scoutmaster of my troop died too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Rest in peace, Doc. Whoa! Okay. I wasn't expecting you guys here. So, bomb for you. Okay. Fuck. Alright, let's try that again and not die. Taking 2 minutes out of my time. Razzin' fraggin' rabbit. Okay. Take care of you. Trap there. I think I missed him. Oh, did he go back down? Serious? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, didn't expect like random goo. Random goo! Okay. Are we good now? Jeez. Alright, I think. That rifle's powerful. It takes out a lot of those weaker guys pretty quickly. It's very nice. Oh, he didn't run into my thing? Are you serious? But he walked over it. Ugh. Fuck you, game. Alright, anyway. Time to plant the gun. This is what you get for making me kill your poor dear mother. What do you mean I did all that myself? Shut up. Alright, anyway, let's go turn all this in like good little private investigators. So maybe I got duped a little bit by doing that, but it was... Don't judge me. Anyway, where's... No, I don't know why I did that. Alright, let's go back to Graham's place and give all the information. That should be enough to, by framing someone for murder, you know, that clearly makes it all easier to do. Man, I should have just done this in the first place. But we did need the murder weapon from the dude. And he was only trying to protect his family. You know. Is it bad of me to do what I think is right, even if it's not, even though the guy didn't actually do it? I think I'm right in this case. I think it's my place to make judgments on this matter because I am practically perfect in all my judgment and everything I do is right. Yes, there can be no question. My decision, I believe what I'm doing is making this place better. You know, I joke about all this stuff. In real life, I wouldn't be one of those dudes to like frame someone for a crime they didn't commit just because they're like an asshole or I don't believe in their policies or all that other stuff because, you know, that's not truth. That's not justice. That's just manipulating things to get your own agenda. You know, it almost makes you, really, it almost makes you just as bad as the guy himself, you know. He says and does all this shit, but, you know, if you do all this stuff, it just makes you just as bad, if not worse, so. I mean, that's my thought on that. I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's really no right answer to that, but anyway, let's frame this guy for murder, because he's an asshole. Byers confessed to the crime. Yeah, we could still do that, but Milton Pierce is a murderer, sir.
I have proof that it was Milton Pierce that killed Johannes Vanderberg.
Show me what you've got.
The murder weapon is in his house, and a pile of bloody clothes. Here's a photograph.
I don't know how you managed to pull this off, Reed, but it's impressive work. We'll take it from here. Accusing a mayoral candidate of murder is an interesting challenge, but the Carpenter family has tackled worse.
Oh, you'll take care of it real good.
Bye.
Well, now what? Eerie feeling. What do you? Whoa! The hell? What are we trying to figure out? I mean, we framed a guy for murder, but...
You've been doing a great job, Mr. Reed. I'm waiting for you at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
Vanderberg? But you're dead. We saw your body. I don't like this at all. Wait a minute. Yellow scarf. That one guy said we were supposed to wait for a certain time before we release the family. I'm not liking what's going on here. Besides, it's time to change my outfit anyway, so... I mean, even though I hadn't worn it for... I only wore it for 2 episodes, but I'm fickle like that. I'm a fashion queen. I gotta change my outfit every day, even though in real life I wear like the same outfit and same clothes every day. The only thing that changes on me is like my socks and me washing my sheets, you know, when it's required, but other than that... It's because I don't want to spend the money on new outfits, and I use... If I wear any new... different shirt. I mean, technically I wear a different shirt every day, but you know what I mean. Like the only reason I have a ton of T-shirts from when I worked at a gaming store for a long time. So I have like every time a new game would release, I'd have a new T-shirt. You know, and those things are terribly put together. They're cheap too. Most of them are just like white shirts with pictures on them. You know.
I'm watching you.
You know, I was about to say I never did check that guy to see if he said anything after finding all the letters, but nope. All right, Mr. Vanderberg. What's all this nonsense? I think I wonder what that dream is like if you didn't kill the lady. I don't know. Hey, wait, whose picture is that? There's like a picture on the thing, but I can't tell who it is. But yeah, I wonder whose picture that would have been if it... Whoa, what? Why'd I have to load for that? Oh, okay. But yeah, I wonder what that dream would have been like if I'd I haven't done the Vishvanka or whatever it is yet, so... alms, peace, and all that other stuff, jazz.
How? How is this possible?
At last, Mr. Reed. I heard about your recent case. Let me congratulate you. You've truly outdone yourself this time. A question, if I may.
Yeah, you're alive. How'd that happen? We shot the bullets. We poked the body. We stuffed your mouth full of garlic. It's not true. It's impossible.
I've got a question. How on earth are you still alive?
What can I say? Perhaps next time you should make sure you finished the job.
It wasn't me, and you know it. All this. All I went through, and there was no murder to begin with.
The prosecution would beg to differ. They had all they needed. A victim, a method, and a culprit. The rest is just bells and whistles.
Why, though? This doesn't make sense.
You set me up. You son of a...
I only set the scene.
I'll...
What? Kill me? As amusing as it would be to see you charged with my murder a second time, I'm afraid we have more pressing matters.
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean, Mr. Reed. The prophecy. The seal. You have made yourself a part of something momentous. Now, to your latest case. Wonderful execution all round. And I mean that literally. The hanging has been scheduled for next week. Tell me, Mr. Reed, why did you do it? Why condemn a man of such high station for a crime he did not commit?
And obviously this conversation is different if we, depending on how we went about doing the thing. I mean, we could have done either one. There's no real thing tied to that, but Maybe I was wrong. He came after me. Well, he did. He committed plenty more crimes. He's a worse offender than I am by tenfold.
He testified against me and conspired to have his mother killed.
Indeed. His corruption was common knowledge, yet you were the only one who acted upon it. Regardless, I shall call this experiment a success. In fact, you should consider it a taste of your ultimate trial.
I still don't get why he's doing all this. I mean, yeah, it has to do with the seal and all this other stuff, but yeah, exactly. Why are you doing this?
I don't understand. What do you get from all this?
You are headed into the darkness, Mr. Reed. I'm giving you the experience you'll need to find your way through it.
My trial?
What do you mean, my ultimate trial? What does this have to do with anything?
Of course. Everything. It's your destiny. Destiny beyond comprehension. To be more than a speck of cosmic dust. To make waves across the universe. To end things.
And what?
Everything. You've suffered in this city from the very beginning. From the moment you were born, in fact. Wanting to end it is only natural. But unlike those untold millions before you, you have the power to do so. You can turn mere prophecy into absolute truth.
You don't mean...
The seal of Kotiganar is in your hands. You possess the key to the gates, and all they hold within. You can close them and cling to mankind's misery for a few more cruel centuries. Or you can open them and end it. And you will do the latter.
Why would I do such a thing?
Why? Why would I destroy everything?
Because otherwise your life amounts to nothing. Do you know how many chosen few there have been over the centuries? Nameless hordes, sacrificed at the whim of invisible masters. Not unlike those who watered the poppies of Flanders with their blood.
But our sacrifices mattered. We won the war.
A war, with many yet to come. This is your kin's nature, your purpose. To suffer. You're monkeys in an open cage, unwilling to walk out. Only you can make a difference. You can end it all for good.
Why do you talk as if you're not one of us? You said part of our kin. Are you talking about as the Chosen or the Sea People or whatever? You're real wrong, dude. This isn't right.
You're wrong. I'll prove it.
You will prove nothing. You'll die. And at the next turn of the cycle, another will come along who is brave enough to finish the job. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon you, whether you agree with me or not. Your path is too important, even if your choice is beyond my control.
You're right about one thing, at least.
There is an archaeologist in this city. He is very close to unraveling the secret of Kotiganar. And you'll need his help to get inside. His name is Joseph Hill. Here's his address. Talk to him. Earn his favor.
Well, can't you tell me the way? And I don't like this.
This is wrong, Johannes. All of it. And I still have no idea why I should even believe you.
The truth is the truth. Whether you believe it or not, you can accept it, or try to put the blindfold back on. It doesn't matter. Farewell, Charles. Whether we speak again or not, I will be watching. And don't lose the seal again, or all your effort in this city would go to waste.
You know, don't tell me what to do, man. Your influences in the city, and you know more than you're getting on to. I was put through hell today. You know what I had to do? I had to kill an old lady. I had to talk to a man with fake hair, a red cap, make Oakmont great again. I had to watch a woman get her finger cut off. Well, I didn't actually watch it, but she did get her cut off, and at least I let that person free, but I still had to kill the guy who saved me, probably because on your orders. You know what? I'm going to be committed for the murder I did commit. Asshole. Double tap my ass, yeah. Nope, better take my insanity thing. Oof. Anyway, who's up for sausages? Oh, I don't get that yet. Yeah, you won't be seeing me now, dick cheese. That felt good, actually. might as well get the charge for the murder. I did actually do, apparently. And that one guy gets a... Oh, well, now I unlock the king's robes after I leave. Great, thanks. You didn't hear anything, dude. Nothing. That was actually what I was going in the closet. I assume that's what unlocked after his body's gone. Oh, nope, it's still there. I'll have to bury that later. For now, I gotta check this archaeologist, because despite everything, I like to think I stole his clothes, and now I'm wearing them. Yeah, now I'm the cock of the walk. I'm the pimp of Oakmont. At least that's what it seemed like for me. And the guy who brought me here in the first place. Thanks for that, I get, but this is what you get for making a detective deal with that shit all day. Man, anyway. Vanderberg told me that I hold the fate of Oakmont in my hands. With the help of the seal, the gates of the sunken prison Katiganar can be closed for several centuries or opened at last. But I must find a way in. The only man who can help me with that is a local archaeologist, Joseph Hill. Joseph Hill? He used to be funny. No, he lives on Lombard Street. Okay, Lombard Street, Reed Heights, Eastern, oh, okay, Eastern, Lombard, Hillog and Hale, or Helog, whatever. Helog and Hale, and Lumber, oh, it's gotta be that I've marked a long time ago. Okay, come on. There we go. Well, I mean, I know where I need to go, but... Alright, let's teleport over there. The stink of that guy's body is getting to me. Yuck, 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 yuck. Yeah, you could tell the game was like when I shot him, it had to do like multiple things at once. I assume if you leave the room, he disappears. So like, if you want to kill him, you have to do it right then and there. I was kind of hoping the episode would have ended there, so that way the end of the episode is me just blasting him. And I technically could have done it, but yeah, we weren't at the 30-minute mark, so oh well. And I still have to cut out like well, you guys won't know, but I have to cut out a couple of minutes in my recording because of after dying at that one part. I had to wait for it to load and get back to the screen, which took me like 3 minutes, which was ridiculous. I mean, normally I wouldn't care that much, but for recording purposes, that was kind of annoying. I'm glad that the game lets you do that. Even I mean, the game gives you a clue that you could do something like that. He's like, "What are you gonna shoot me?" Ah, whatever. It's almost like people don't expect you to do that because they think that people on the street have immunity to weapons or something like that. But nope. In that specific situation, you can pick up the gun and or pick up a weapon and shoot him for his transgressions. Was it here? Yeah. Okay. Alright, Mr. Jonah Hill. I haven't seen... Actually, I think you do mainly voice acting stuff now, right? I haven't really... Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
He tried to escape, but something broke his neck with a single strike.
I see. Well, let's check it out. Great. We knew... You know, we knew finding this archaeologist wasn't going to be easy. Whoops. Hello. Oh, just... And oh, that did. And oh, what the hell is that? It's like a freaking snake, you know? That I mean, it's one of those wild beasts or whatever, but it has. But it had like that rattler or whatever you want to call it. Huh. I wonder if it was trying to summon more creatures or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's supposed to mess with my sanity or something like that. I was making sure all my weapons are loaded. Loaded for deer. I mean, actually, we should be prepared for bear, really, when you think about it. With how dangerous these things are.
Poor guy died here after several stomach wounds.
Probably got stabbed by those wild beasts or whatever.
Did it just twitch? Whoa. Must be my nerves.
Whoa, man. I know Kung Fu. Yeah, maybe it is your nerves. Who knows? I've actually been to this building before, but there wasn't... But well, the rooms are locked and it looks normal at the point you come in. So you can't like come here early and...
Wild beasts carried out quite the massacre in here.
Yeah, you can't come here early and unlock this mission early.
One ferocious blow, and he was gone.
One strike, seven kills, one strike, or whatever that tale is. 7 in 1 blow. That's it. Man, that's an old school fairy tale or whatever you want to call it. That's one of those things you just kind of randomly remember after like years of remembering it, kind of like the Emperor's New Clothes and stuff like that. All right. Well, it's time to check upstairs if there's anything up here. But so yeah, what happened is archaeology. Well, that's not a good sign. Maybe they know where the archaeologist is. So we got to find out what happens in the next step. Where is the archaeologist? Will Vandenberg's words come true that I'll end up destroying everything? Find out next time in the next episode of The Sinking City. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.